You're in my nightmares. You're in my bad dreams. You're in my darkest fantasies. You're in my nightmares. You're in my bad dreams. But I need you on me.
You certainly know much about it. She's a trip.
America is in grave danger.
Okay. So, let me check some stuff real quick. Yeah, hear what my headphones are hearing, preferably. There we go, and let's get this started. And also, to answer your question, Kunio-kun football? Yes. And I assume when you say football, you mean, actual football, what us dumb Americans call soccer, because we're stupid. But yeah, we even got that game over here in America. They called it Nintendo World Cup. It's a bit of a cult classic over here. Anyway, let me get my game booted up back here. And figure out where the hell I stuck my controller this time. Anyway, I should say hello to the people in chat as my game boots up. Let's see. Fluffy's listening in while she helps prepare food. In Japan, we use both words. Oh, that's fair. Okay. Yeah, Fluffy's here. Knight Rider's here. Jerry the Librarian was here earlier. Not watching anymore, I believe, but I'm happy he popped in for a bit. Glad he enjoyed what's going on. Holy shit, Lark Bark's here as well. And Petite Asian Girl. So, we're all here. And as soon as this game boots up, we'll be playing some more Friends of Ringo Ishikawa. And for people who... I know a lot of you have seen this already, but just to preface, there's a reason I showed a lot of Kunio-kun shit, because, yeah, this game is very Kunio influenced. There we go. Hopefully it's only playing the game once. Because if I accidentally open up another window, that's going to be annoying. Up, and there it is. Here we go. And we're just going to jump right back into continuing this. I might want to turn this down a little bit on my headphones. It is a bit loud. Let me mess with my volume mixer a little. Here we go. Volume mixer. Oh, I already have that turned down anyway. Okay. There we go. And let's jump back into this. I think this is my save. Yeah, here we go. First things first, we study a little bit. And then at 8, we're going to head out towards the school. Actually, now it's almost 8 already, so only time for one study, and then we're going to go. It's early morning. Anyway, I'll tell you guys, I itch to jump back into this every time. Like, I've been loving this. RPG? A little bit, yeah. Very RPG. Like, if I were to list what I think this thing's main influences are, I'd say, oh, it's a school day, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Right, I just have to remember what I was doing. This game is very much influenced by, obviously, the Kunio-kun series, to the point that this started life as a Kunio-kun fan game about Riki. But it eventually became its own thing instead. I can talk to Masaru. I watched a darts tournament on TV last night. Yeah, so? Looks like a simple game. We used to play at Ken's place. I've never been to Ken's. Didn't he invite you to his birthday party? Wow, you guys have birthday parties? You can't be serious. Shiro was there. Goro came too. I remember Goro kept studying the map. Keep it going, Ringo. My bad. Yeah, because Ken's poor and planning to be a Yakuza. Anyway. Continuing on. Yeah, obviously the Kunio-kun games are very influential to this, but I'd also say a little bit of Shenmue's here. Yakuza, obviously, or Ryuga Gotoku, I think is what it's called. Alright, I'm studying this until my class starts, because that's also what I'm doing for my scholarship. But this game's a lot more chilled and laid back than any of those. The fighting's really not, like, the main focus. Alright, off to our classes we go. We're in 3-2. It's a very chilled, laid-back type of game as opposed to any of the Kunio-kun games. When Zatara was here yesterday, they said it was basically, it feels like a Kunio game, but with a lot more nuance. Tone-wise, it reminds me a little more of the Super Nintendo games. The bell, yeah. I've never been to a public school, so learning how this game works has been different for me. Noboru, what's Noboru? Bleh, I can't get that name right. I'm not Japanese, obviously. Ringo, have you played Contra? With a K? Have you? Of course. Good for you. Because Noboru is into, Noboru. Eh. He's into them video games. Ringo, you know my mom, right? She's a nice lady. Yeah, nice enough to kick me out of the house. Are you serious? I wish. Can I stay at your place? Aiko, I knew you wouldn't leave in trouble. I only have one room. I'm so little. The answer is no. Jeez, everyone at this school just has terrible problems, but you know, that is kind of, I guess, how it works with these things. I think every school here uses that bell. Well, this game was developed by a Russian dude, but I get the feeling he wanted to replicate the mood as well as possible. Okay. And by the time that hits 12, I won't have much time to study, so I gotta book it if I want to do some studying before my second class. High school gives me Persona vibes. Shows my game. No, I think there was absolutely some Persona influences here. I just didn't want to call them first, because saying something is like Persona is like the most basic shit ever. No offense. I tried to hold off on comparing it to Persona because it's just an obvious thing. I've never actually played a Persona game either. I want to at some point. They look good. And I love, like, Dungeon Crawl things. Kunio-kun was way before that. I'm trying to remember, was Kunio before Shin Megami Tensei proper? I know it's not the same thing, but you say that now, I'm trying to think. I should play the old Shin Megami Tensei games on here someday. I love those. Fun fact, going to Durfu school, it's like an urban legend. Huh, so that's more of an anime and TV thing. Not really something that happens, I guess. I don't know. I've heard, actually, that it's like, it's not allowed, actually. I've heard it's like banned or something. But I'm an American, so I'm not entirely sure. Okay. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back here and study for just a little bit. Maybe an hour or so. This is what I'm doing this for a scholarship. This is important. And you don't have to play the game, I'm playing it. Like, I should preface that. If somebody gets this in the past, it was a thing, maybe. Like, the whole delinquent subculture being portrayed in this game is also not as prevalent in Japan anymore. Like, I know it still happens sometimes, but back in, like, the 80s and the 90s, it was a much more common thing to see, especially in media. You know, stuff like Yu Yu Hakusho, Slam Dunk, Roku Danashi Blues, that sort of stuff. Yeah, okay. That's enough for now. And this game, from what I've been able to gather, is set in, like, the 1980s. Oh, we got a cutscene. Did you see the coach? We wanted to double check something with you. I thought we took care of that. I don't know. Better check with him on that. Okay. Ranma. Yeah, that's an example, yeah. Why don't you hook up with that Aiko girl? I don't know. She's not really my type. She's got a kind heart and a sense of humor. You sound just like my mom. She's a good girl, but, you know, she just doesn't turn me on. No sparks flying. We've been the same team since we were kids. She's like a little sister to me. So, who does turn you on? Yeah? Mariko for me. Well, for one. Good luck with that. Why, you think she's out of my league? I don't know, you better ask Ken. I'm not an expert in these things. You know, I don't want to be like everyone else. I want it to be special. I need a special girl for that. And I'm not sure if Aiko's the one. Maybe Mariko wants the same thing. Like what? For it to be special. Well, thanks, Cap. She's with the older guys all the time. I heard she's even got out together with some married sucker. I thought she'd even consider us special. Us. Or me. Us, Shiro. Us. Well, I can still have my fantasies. Sure can. Okay, I should definitely eat some food. I forgot entirely about that. Shit, I should go shopping. Thankfully, I remember the food is over this way. The convenience store specifically. I could go across town for burgers, but man, that's a bit of a jog. We'll just go here and stock back up. Hello. Give me the sandwiches, the muffins, the milk. And, you know what? I'll jog across the smoking in high school. Yeah, nah. Bear in mind, these are delinquent punks. They don't have respect for the rules. These guys smoke. They get into fights. They're bad dudes. A couple of them are considering joining the Yakuza. Oh, are you in my party? Hold on. I'm trying to hit the button. Let me check if you're in my party. There we go. Yeah, sure is in our party. Didn't even ask him to be. Okay. Sandwich, milk. Still hungry. Jeez. Good lord, Ringo. You have an appetite. Okay. Anyway, this game is very open-ended, so you basically just decide what you want to do. Okay. That's the coffee shop. I don't want to stop here for now. That's closed. Okay. Let's over to the burger joint. Might as well, right? Oh, I should see if Ken's home, too. Ken's house is over this way. But yeah, you kind of get the idea of what this game's about just from watching some of it. What I'm doing here is actually left my copy of Persona 4 Golden. Whoop, hold on. Left my copy of Persona 4 Golden back in my old place, and it'll be until December before I get it back. I might have to stream that. It's gonna be both Persona 2 games at some point. Shipping out my Tensei 5 comes out in 2 months. Dedicated day to just RPG streams. Hey, you might, man. Those are some good RPGs. There we go. Hello? Is Ken home? Hello, Ringo. No, he's not here right now. Huh. He might be at the gym, but... burgers. Oi! What's up? Hamburger. Cola. Chips. Okay, I'll just buy that. There we go. Hold up. Hey. Man, those RPGs... I love RPGs, but they take a lot of... Holy shit, how did it get so late already? Wow, today just flew by. Okay, I'm just gonna check and see if, hold on. Can't talk with you? Oh, there you are. Man, there we go. Train, learn? Oh, I can't learn that. Okay, so I'll train for a bit, do what you want. And then we're gonna head home together. Yeah, RPGs take many days each. Man, the shorter ones are on the end of like 60 hours. Like, that's a short RPG of 60 hours. There we go. Time's up. There we go. Yeah, I gotta head home, man. Shiro. Dismiss. I've been out way later than I normally am in this game. Like a day where I play RPG games, not where I try to beat one in one day. Yep, there's a reason I don't play these RPG type games very often. No, I don't want to study yet. Get out of the chair, Ringo. We are literally going straight to bed. There we go, sleep till 6. That'll be enough time to get just an hour in. Sometimes you're slow in English. Spend a day, a week, maybe 4 or 5 hour blocks focused on a game. Man. These games just take a lot of time. Okay, literature is still a little bit behind, so let's do that. Okay, and we go to school. Persona 2... darn it. Chat's cut off slightly. Hold on. Yeah, I just clicked outside of the game. Don't worry. Jeez. OBS, don't be a pain. I do know what character you're talking about, Asian girl. She is a cutie. Aw. Sorry, somebody sent me a message. I saw it. Give me just a second to reply to this. Okay, let's jump back into the game. Play for some Persona 2, but I'll get on that soon. Yeah. Well, here in America, getting a hold of both Persona games is actually a bit of a bitch. Because, okay, so Persona 1 was released on the PlayStation 1 over here. Heavily edited, by the way. Like, it's a terrible localization if you look at it from a faithfulness point of view. They changed a lot. Tried to hide the fact that it even took place in Japan. Persona 2, we didn't have that issue, but the problem is we only got one half of Persona 2. And that one half of Persona 2 we got, I'm pretty sure it was the second half. I think we only got Eternal Punishment over here. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Punishment. Eternal Punishment, I think. Innocent Sin, we didn't get until the PSP, where we got the remake of Innocent Sin. But we didn't get the remake of Eternal Punishment. So getting to play Persona 2 in all of its entirety is it's a bit of a hassle over here. Although, honestly, trying to play most of the, here you go. Ringo, check this out. The developer said that anyone who finds a diamond crown in Goblins and Princesses will get a real crown like that. You dig? Everyone who finds it? No, of course not. Just the first person. Who got lucky? Some four-eyed zit-faced from Nebraska. Yeah. With Hitler with a huge mustache. Well, yeah. Both Persona 2 games on Vita, PS TV, but yeah, it'd be the Innocent Sin. Ah, there we go. So, there's a way you can get those. Although, I don't know for how much longer, because I don't assume PSN's going to be around for too much longer, unfortunately. Me, I'm old school as far as my Shin Megami Tensei experiences go. The one I've played the most, and I haven't beaten any Shin Megami Tensei games yet, because those are a commitment. The only, come on, speak, brain. I've played Shin Megami Tensei 1 the most. I've also played a little bit of oh, here we go. Okay, now you know your grades, Ishikawa. Your work came as a surprise to me. This is the first time I've seen someone give Kawabata such an interpretation. Very refreshing. With your permission, I'd like to read your essay to the class. I'd rather not, Sensei. There's no shame in it. It won't affect your tough guy image. That's not what I meant. As you wish. If not all of it, I'd like to discuss a few moments. For example, what do you think of... Okay, so we're getting along with the teachers pretty well. Wasn't it bad? Yeah. Wasn't a bad English port. They were originally going to shut down the PlayStation support port a few months ago. Fan outrage. Yeah, try pulling that shit with Nintendo. That would never fly. I'm glad they listened, though, but, you know, it's not going to be around forever. It will eventually be shut down. Yeah, I'm going to do this till, I think, 16. I'm going to go check out if my buddies are on the roof. I should really eat some food. Yeah, for once they listened. That does not happen very often. Trying not to buy PlayStation 5 if they did work. Yeah. Well, yeah, because PlayStation 5 doesn't have the PSN anymore. Like, fuck, that pisses me off. Same thing with, the Switch just straight up abandoning, oh, Shiro. I've been thinking to cut my hair like Ken. Won't help you. Won't help me with what? Come on, gang. Split from the squad. But yeah, like the Switch too, they completely dropped. Like, okay, there's a lot of things you can say about the Wii U that didn't work. Its Virtual Console was fucking awesome. Like, that thing just has so many great things on it. They only closed the PSP store. Well, that I kind of get, because the PSP has been... I don't want to be mean and say irrelevant. But it hasn't exactly been relevant in a good long while. That's the bookstore. I already have my book. Okay, we haven't actually done any fights for a while, and I have to feel my boys are probably getting a bit antsy. Oh, shit. And I'm pretty sure I've pissed off both of these gangs already. Yeah, I have. Okay. This is gonna be a bit of a brawl. Shit. Okay, I gotta be a little more careful. Wait. I might have picked a fight with the wrong group. And that's the straight. Usually these guys are pretty easy to deal with. I don't know what changed. There we go. Grabbed him. Grabs are very useful in this game. Three-way gang brawl. Not every day you see this. There we go. Welcome around, guys. Don't fight each other. Just you. Okay. They were fighting each other, though. It was a three-way brawl. Like, all three of them were fighting. Like, we just happened to kick all of their asses, and I'm shaking them down for their cash, because I'm a bit of a thug. It's definitely one way to get a cash. And hey, we beat them fair and square. We literally jumped in the middle of their match and kicked all of their asses. Not gonna fuck with the guys in the green coats because they're fine, but these guys in the gray, we have basically started a turf war with these guys, so we ain't backing down from that. I'm not gonna do this for too much longer though, because I can absolutely fuck up and get my ass kicked. Well, there we go. Yeah. This seems a bit unfair. There we go. But as soon as they stop attacking each other and jumped you... Oh no, they were still punching each other. I saw it. Like, I've gotten into a few of these three-way brawls before. Oh, I can actually go in here. Oh, it's the bar. I don't normally hang out here. Jukebox. Murakawa. Ito. I don't normally... I actually haven't hung out at the bar much at all. And besides, I got it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Why can't I leave? Oh, because I have to exit out that door. Yeah. Green guys are your allies. He shouldn't be serving you. They're not. Again, we break rules. We are very much thugs. Yeah, I need to get the fuck out of here. Nope. Bye. Oh, and I bailed on my homies. Oh boy. If I get hit one more time, I'm being taken out. This is bad. I can't even access my menu right now. Yeah. Or should serve you if you are thugs. Shouldn't be, doesn't mean he won't. we got money. Fuck. Shit, that's what those red guys do to you. That's 8 hours out of my day just bitten away. This is why I don't get into fights very often. Again, the game's very open-ended. You can do things differently from what I've done. Like, you don't have to study the way I am. You could absolutely go out and just get into fights all the time. You could do very different things. You could hang out at the bar, play pool, use the poker machine. Heck, one of the funniest things in this game for me, and alright, food. Man, this guy just takes so much food to feed. No female gangs this one. No Sukebans that I've seen. I don't know if they'll show up or not. This game had a very specific goal in mind, I think. Again, also worth remembering that this game is... Nope, can't talk. This game is very much set, like, it began as a Kunio-kun fan game, right? Based around Ricky and his friends, and then the guy who was making it decided, hey, why don't I just make this into my own thing? Because he built an engine for it. That's the cool thing about this. He built an engine for his game that was going to be a Kunio-kun fan game. And then it was like, hey, instead of using the Kunio-kun characters, making a fan game, why don't I make my own game out of it and sell it? And he made a game out of it, and it's a really cool game. And this is the thing I think you have to bear in mind about this game especially. This game does not give you any directions or any tips. It literally plops you right in the middle of everything and basically tells you, go figure it out, bitch. It's kind of the thing you have to accept about this game off the first bat. Just, there's no directions, no real set goal for yourself. You just gotta live life and figure out what you want to do. Finish the robot, you know? I didn't know you were working on one. That's what I needed the soldering iron for. I see. Well, he was a monster at the Robot Wars. Just make sure he doesn't go to war on people. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Aiko doesn't want to talk. Stairs and... There we go. Study. Gotta get in a few more pages on this. Okay, back to class we go. And chem. Oh boy. I mean, it's hard for me to sum it all up to you since you weren't here for the first few parts, because I started playing this on my birthday because Fluffy got it for me, and I was like, hey, this seems right up my alley. I will absolutely do a birthday stream with this, and I did. And it's been really fun so far. But the focus of the game is mostly on Ringo and specifically his relationship with his friends. Because each of them have their own things they're doing. She was not writing lol. No! Aiko? No. She's just as much delinquent as the other guys, even though she's not in a gang. At least to my knowledge. But that's the thing with a lot of characters in this game. They have their own personal problems they're going through. Ken... I don't know how to describe him, but Ken, he actually had... Let's see, what's my... Starve? Good lord, Ringo. Okay, this time we're just gonna stop at the coffee house. But our friend Ken, he was going to be a boxer. Oh, that's Ken right there. He broke his hand in an event earlier in the game. You busy with anything? Not really. Come, I'll show you something interesting. Like what? Why not? Where? To the school. The school? Yeah, come on. It'll be worth your while. Why'd you make me come here? You'll see. Another random event. Goro, what you doing, buddy? Stella! There goes the Marlon Brando of our times. Screw yourself. I don't see any logic in the way you act, Goro. As if there was any. It was your idea for me to find a hobby, so I found one. Yeah, hobby my ass. Shut up. What's this about? Goro came up with this cunning plan to get closer to Hanako. Shut up means you keep your mouth shut if you want to keep your teeth intact. Give it a rest. Once again, Goro proves himself to be a master strategist. This time it matters to the feminine heart. Back off. Way to go, Goro. Why are you on his ass like that? Because I got a kick out of seeing fools go soft over broads. Not everyone's like you. Oh, my bad. I forgot you're just like that too. Just remember that while you're nourishing your fantasies and making sweet valentines, some other guys are pressing your girls in the back row of a movie theater. I don't think Hanako is like that. They're all the same. One more word before I break your face, and I won't look that your hand is broken. I don't think that was it. Marlon Brando's not an insult enough. Yeah, also, if the English seems a little rough, you also, again, have to remember that this was made by a Russian guy. So I forgive some of the grammatical errors. It's fine. I don't need two hands to do you in. Yo, we best split and head home. I got things to do. So do I. Shit. We're having a bit of an interpersonal conflict here. Man, Marlon Brando. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, there we go. That's Ken. He was going to be a boxer, and then he broke his hand quite badly. Couldn't participate in the upcoming tourney. Of course you're starving, you fuck. I'll buy some groceries and then go home. Yeah, but he felt insulted. Not an insult, though. Marlon Brando, he was... Okay, I gotta look this up just to make sure I'm not getting my facts wrong. Because... Fuck. Because if I am laughing at the right thing... Hold on. Marlon Brando. Yes, he was in Island of Dr. Moreau. That was what I was thinking of. He wears the dumb bucket on his head at one point, like that plate thing. Oh, that's funny. Man, Island of Dr. Moreau is just one of those magical things I'm glad exists. An absolute disaster of a shoot. But, fucking, oh, that movie's fun. Okay, so we're gonna buy some groceries and then head home. Hello, grocery store. Hello. I am lucky I'm making the money from that scholarship because I need so much food to feed my face. That's probably a little bit accurate to real life. Okay, hold on. I want to stop at this pawn shop just because I feel like you'll get a kick out of this. I said this game takes place in the 80s. Well, Noboru, fuck that name. He actually mentions that there's an upcoming console from a company called Sega with 2 Gs, and it's gonna be 16-bit. And he seemed really hyped over it, and I was like, huh. And then I remember this pawn shop. They actually have a family computer. Dude, do I actually have enough for that TV now? So there on the side there, crack? Where? Here on the left. There's nothing there. Say used? It's practically new. Have no fear, guy. It works just fine. You can watch TV, you can watch recordings, you can watch anything. It's 2-in-1. I see that. So there, it won't give you any trouble. Is there some kind of warranty? You're a funny kid. Not enough money? Okay, so I do have to make a little more cash for that. Right. How you... I make money from scholarships. How you call beating gangs from out of school? No, that studying thing I do, like, in between those sessions, I'm not just doing that because it's something I can do. That is actually part of my scholarship. I just occasionally beat up gangs on the side. And a lot of times it's because my buddies dragged me into it. And we're heading home. I'm just trying to open up the food thing. Just gonna eat muffins. We're still hungry. We're going to bed hungry, but I need to get back home. But yeah. Ringo, he leads a complicated life. Okay, but yeah, you also said you could buy that family computer there. Famicom, so you know. Yeah, I'm pretty confident this takes place in mid to late 80s. That's where I'm going to place the timeline of this game. Which is fine by me. That is a decade. Didn't get your joke? I got it. I just have issues with humor sometimes. I don't know. Oh, I can't sleep any longer than that, so we're going to be getting up a little early, I guess. That's weird. Day 20. Can I even go back to sleep after I get up here? Just got up? Okay, so let's study up a little bit, I guess, since we're up so early. I got the joke, sometimes I suck at getting humor, that's all. My brain's wired differently, you know? Yay, autism! First, that's another reason why trying to figure out this game was weird for me. Okay. Yummy, eat that shit. You got yen from Downfoes. Oh, sorry. Nah, it's fine. I didn't know how to react to your joke. Because I found it funny, but I was also like, nah, it's not my scholarship. Like, I don't know. It's this thing about autism, I guess, where it's like, it's hard for me to respond to humor in a certain way, I guess, is the best way for me to put it. I don't know. It's hard to explain, and I feel like I'm making excuses at this point. Okay. Should at least be able to study for a bit. Hey, Masaru. Why you look so tired? My mother was feeling sick yesterday. I spent the entire night by her bedside. Had to wait for the ambulance and a whole bunch of stuff to take care of. She's fine now, thank God. What happened to her? Nothing extraordinary. Just worn out from work. Some of her heart. It's okay though, she's fine. Was she hospitalized? Nah, she's alright. They gave her a prescription. I filled it already. Fuck, man. Oh, he's not even there yet. I feel like it would be a waste of the time. It would be a waste of time to go to the coffee shop at this point. Let's go check the grocery store. And we don't have to be sorry about it. It's just, I got your joke. Sometimes I'm not exactly the greatest at knowing how to respond to humor. That's more of a me issue than you. The girls in my dance singer, they tell me to stop being passive. I'm not passive. I'm shy. I can kind of relate to that. I've broken out of my shell a lot in my adult years, but yeah, okay, so all these places only open at 8 a.m., which is basically when school starts, so cool. Groceries afterwards. Living on my own. I don't even know where my parents are. Anyway. Oh no, it's Saturday already, ain't it? It's time for tests. Yeah. I'm a dork. There goes talking to that dude. Shiro. I can talk to you now. I thought your essay was good. Thanks. Although I disagree with you on Yoko's character. Do you only read Japanese authors? No, others too. I'm reading some Russian classics right now. Have you read any? No. I think it's the ultimate literature. Yet to be surpassed. I should give it a read sometime. You really should. Yesterday was a hell of an evening. Gundam was on all night. Some kind of marathon. Barely woke up this morning. Which Gundam was it? Zeta. I love how they just reference all these things, and they change like a letter or two to make it, not, avoid the copyright issues. like that Gundam thing. There was something they called Macron, which was a play on Macross. Zelda was Zelda, Contra with a K. I love it because it's obviously there just to avoid like copyright issues, but I can immediately latch on to what they're talking about. Man, Gundam's the shit. I love Gundam. I need to go back and finish the original series. I got about halfway through it. I need to do that. I just got distracted. I have too much shit to watch, guys. Like, just straight up. Hey, you guys got anything to talk about? Okay, guess you guys are just gonna join up with me for now. Oh, I could have talked to Goro there. Darn it. That's something you gotta be in mind of. You don't want to click this button. Game Center... Yeah, Game Center CX is the name of the channel that shows sub-episodes on Game Center CX. Yeah, I did actually look it up on YouTube during the thing. I might actually want to watch some of that. It looks fun. Okay. Cool, guys. We're going to the burger joint. Actually, nah. I think stopping at the coffee house is probably a good idea. Not to mention, I gotta get groceries. That's the thing. On Saturdays and Sundays, yeah. Okay, I need to figure out how to sit in one of these seats. And I'm not sitting in these while I'm ganged up. That might actually be the case. Never mind. Okay. It's about a guy bad at games. I can probably relate to that a little bit. I love playing video games, but I'm not good at them. But yeah, no, that sounds like fun. I'll give it a shot. Oh yeah, we were talking about River City Girls and River City Ransom Underground. I actually had some clarifications I wanted to make on that. Hi. I am in need of more food. Give me those muffins, baby. So, is Real Cinematicus on break, or have I just been unlucky? He overslept. Hold on, let me go check real quick what he says. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, okay. He'll be going live. Okay, I just looked it up. Overslept, he's doing Sly Dam in an hour. I can't stay up for that because it's at like 3:30. I'll have to go to bed before I can even raid him because he's going on a little late. This looks like it'll be fun. Yeah, so you missed many streams. You can't show up for everything, man. Not to mention, you have a different schedule from everybody else. Hey, Fluffy. He's live in about an hour. Yeah, we'll be out of here before then. Unfortunately, I can't step and play this all night. But I did want to play a little more of it, because I love this game. This game is a whole ass mood. Actually, I haven't been down to that playground in a little bit to, like, exercise. And it's not on this part of town. This is the subway. I don't even need to go here. It's how the kids from the other high school over there. Anyway, so we were talking about River City Girls and whatnot, so I will actually latch onto that for a bit. So, River City Ransom Underground, first off, that's going to be the more interesting one to talk about. Oh, right, I can also go check up on the... Oh, wait, which direction of town was that? I think it's in this direction. I can go check on the mechanic as well. I should give that a look. Come in, Joshi. Yeah, I don't necessarily understand. What's up? Oh, I'm already full up on things. Later. We could sit down here and I could read a book. But maybe some other time. That's the gym. What's up here at the gym? Can I train for a bit? Hold on. Hey, Watanabe. Do what you want. Train for a bit. Am I muted? I don't think I'm muted. I've been talking to petite Asian girl. Hold on. Time's up. Okay, hold on. sec. So spooky I spoke about it. It gets... Yeah, it gets a little confusing to keep track of everybody, I guess. Okay, it's alright. It's just your headphones. Okay. Wanabe, there we go. Our SP is, in fact, going up a bit. That's nice. It's getting a little late. There's the playground. And what I can do here is I can... Okay. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. There we go. Getting a little bit of a workout sesh. Gotta work those muscles to become big and strong. I'm not... Yeah. I didn't think I was muted. I was a little confused and concerned there, but it was like I was talking to you the entire time, so I must not have been. There we go. Maximum HP increased. Who needs the gym membership when you can do this? That gym membership is overpriced anyway. There we go. Ugh. Anyway, yeah. I'm definitely going to be playing this game more and more. Ooh, +6 max. Okay, that's awesome. What other 3 smoke you do exercise? Apparently. I wish you could be a little more interactive with the members of your gang, but it's fine. Honestly, for an indie title, this is already just a fantastic game. Like, I like the game. It's literally a... Whoa. Oh, we got a fight going on here. It's the guys in those gray uniforms. Yeah, okay. That was no problem whatsoever. Yeah, and I won't shake down that guy for cash. See, sometimes you just walk into a place and there's already a fight going on. Okay, so that means the mechanic's on the other side of town if I want to... No, he's out in the woods by the forest. I should... Well, tomorrow's Sunday, so I should go there and see what's going on. So, yeah, I guess, let's just dismiss our people. Of course you're starving, you big lummox. There we go. Dismiss them. 5-on-1 from behind. Come on. Yeah, it was hardly fair. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. Studying more literature. Definitely not an honorable fight. I will say, playing this does make me want to go play the other Kunio-kun, the Kunio-kun games again. Especially, I want to really do some streams of Shodai Neketsu and Shin Neketsu on Super Nintendo. Both very different games, and Shodai Neketsu isn't exactly the greatest brawler, if I'm being straight with y'all. Okay, let's go for this. But I think it's still an interesting one to play. And it definitely this reminds me of Shodai Neketsu especially. Just a much better version of it. But Shin Neketsu is another one I would really like. Shin Neketsu is a lot more, it's a lot more linear than most of the others. I'll be honest about that. Okay, those are all at 24%, that's fine. So instead, it's Sunday, right? So... yeah, I know what I'll do for Sunday. Well, to start with, I should absolutely feed my face. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do... let's check off in here. 8 a.m., so that doesn't open yet. None of these open up till 8. What am I thinking? So first we're going to check on the thing. You only like the ones to have RPG elements? Yeah, sadly it's not as many of them as you would expect. Because, like, Downtown Neketsu Monogatari is the first one to have that. You know, good old River City Ransom. It's a classic for a reason. Downtown Neketsu Jidageki. I don't actually remember the proper name for that one, but that's the one set in, like, it's the period play one. That's the other Nintendo one that has the RPG elements. Shodai Neketsu also has the RPG elements. Can't play them for now. Online membership is over. Oh, that's a bummer. I mean, you could always emulate them, which is what I did. Oh, okay, there's nothing here. I will fully admit, I played fan-translated versions on an emulator. Although I will actually pay for them. Actually, let me pause that. Do they have the Double Dragon Kunio-kun Brawler bundle where you live? Because, like, you obviously didn't pay for it, but, like, what did they call that in Japan? I don't remember what it was called. Because I know it was released over there. But that's a way to get, like, all the old NES Kunio-kun games. Those were good. Yeah, you could get the collection. That's what I was talking about. Yeah. I want to get the collection at some point because I adore those games. And I'm so glad Shin Neketsu's getting, like, a localization. That makes me happy beyond belief. I'm curious what they're going to do with it since they're calling it River City Girls 0. It'll probably be a lot less crass than the Super Nintendo fan. It's just called Kunio-kun Collection? Okay. I love the Kunio-kun. I even love the sports games. Like, I love Dodgeball. Nintendo World Cup is great. That's the soccer one. The ice hockey game was unexpectedly fantastic. I'd argue the basketball one's probably the weakest of the bunch, but I don't think that makes it bad. Oh, we do not fuck with the guys in the red coats. Especially when I'm on my own. Getting into a fight on your own in this game is like suicide. You gotta have your gang with you. And those guys in the red coats are absolutely the biggest threat to you. You will get your ass kicked. Obviously, I'm going to school because it's Sunday. But yeah, dude, I really love the Kunio-kun games, and I'm so glad to see that they're more popular now in America, specifically. They're more popular now than they have been ever. Oh, I can explain why it's Double Dragon and Kunio-kun in America. It's because in America, back in the 80s especially, Double Dragon was the much bigger, more popular franchise. Like, that was the one people knew. And nowadays, it's actually kind of the reverse. I feel like in the modern age, more people are familiar with Kunio-kun over Double Dragon. Like, in the modern age, it's actually very weird to me. Because this series used to be considered niche. Like, some people knew about, like, people knew about River City Ransom. It's a cult classic. People knew about, They knew about, River City. Okay, that's actually fun. I'm gonna pause this for a bit because this is actually, you got me on a tangent here. That's not a problem, by the way. I love talking about this stuff, but I'm gonna need to pause to talk about it. So, Kunio-kun is mostly called River City over here. Mostly. Because its most famous entry is River City Ransom. But also in the early days, there were a couple different localizations. So, starting with the first game, Neketsu Koha Kunio-kun, the arcade game that would also get brought to Famicom, we got that over here as a game called Renegade. And it's a classic. I love Renegade. I still have my Nintendo copy over here. If I had my face cam on, I'd show you. Like, I have my copy of Renegade sitting right next to me. I love that game. So we got Renegade. And then we'd get Downtown Neketsu Monogatari as River City Ransom, which is the most famous Kunio-kun game over here. Like, everyone remembers that because of its mix of RPG elements, its very fun beat-em-up mechanics, the stat boosts, everything. Its humor is unmistakably Japanese, even though they tried to cover it up and make it look as American as they could. And I think that really sticks out to an American playing that game. And then we'd also get, I forget what you call the dodgeball games. Neketsu Koku Dodgeball Boo, I think is what it is. We got that as Super Dodgeball over here. And Super Dodgeball's fun. It's a classic in its own right. We got a couple of dodgeball games over here that would come over here as Super Dodgeball. We got the arcade game. We got the NES game, or Famicom. We got the Famicom game over here. We'd also get the Bakuretsu dodgeball game on Game Boy Advance that was brought over here, has a dodgeball game. The DS one also got over here. So, you know, a couple of different localization attempts. And I've also mentioned that the soccer game that got brought over here has World Cup. And then sadly, we didn't get any of the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom Kunio-kun games. Because we stopped getting them for a long while. It was a shame. And we didn't get most of the Japanese Kunio-kun games. We didn't get the hockey game. We didn't get Jidageki. We didn't get basketball. The Super Nintendo had a baseball game. We didn't get that. You forgot Dodgeball was a Kunio-kun? Yeah, totally is. It was actually the second Kunio-kun game. Neketsu Koha Kunio-kun, the arcade game, was the first one. And then Dodgeball was a sequel to that. It's actually pretty interesting. And then River City Ransom's the third game in the series. And the most famous one. So yes and no. Kunio-kun is called River City in America. But also, it's not. Modern day, it is unquestionably River City. Like, we got a new Kunio-kun over here, it will get localized as a River City game. Like, on the 3DS, we got River City Tokyo Rumble, River City something Rivals, I forget what it was called. Rivals was the remake of Downtown Neketsu, I forget what it was called. But yeah, we got a couple of the 3DS games, not all of the 3DS games, but a couple of those River City. River City Underground's a really interesting one, because River City Underground is basically a North American developed sequel to River City Ransom. Like, it has nothing to do with Kunio-kun. It is specifically a sequel to the American version of River City Ransom, which is it has enough differences. It's very interesting. River City Girls was a game developed by Way Forward, who got the license from Arc System Works, who currently owns the rights to the IP. They currently own the Kunio-kun rights. Anyway, they got the rights from ArcSys to make River City Girls, which is probably the most popular Kunio-kun game we've gotten. Like, that game blew up in popularity. And we got that as River City. That's getting a sequel, too, and that sequel looks like it's going to be awesome. And then also there's Stay Cool Kobayashi-san, which I haven't played yet, I don't know much about, but that's also out. So, yeah, back in the day, they were localized under... Oh my gosh, I forgot. There was one other. I forget the Japanese title for it. I'm actually going to look this up just so I can make sure. I'm a bit of a nerd about this sort of stuff. And I love the American title of this game, so we're building up to this. I'm not looking for a musical artist. I'm looking for a Nintendo game. Jeez. Provy is cute. She is. I'm very happy to see her coming back in River City Girls 2. And Marion Kelly. Marion from Double Dragon. The girl who got kidnapped. And also killed in Double Dragon 2, but we don't ever talk about that, apparently. I always get amused when I see Marion alive again, because she got shot to death in the arcade game. She got revived in the NES game, obviously, but arcade continuity, she's dead as fuck. Anyway, there we go. I'm probably going to butcher this name, but, Bikuri Neketsu Shin Kiroku Haru Kanaru Kin Metal. That was the one. Yeah, that got localized with the most American name ever. Crashin' the Boys Street Challenge. They renamed Kunio to Jeff Crash Cooney. And Crash is an amazing nickname. I'm sorry, I love it. Dude's name is Crash. I actually like that name better for him than Alex, which was his River City Ransom name. Wasn't censored? Oh, what? Double Dragon 2 came out in the 80s. So, like, yeah, no. Marion getting shot in the start of Double Dragon 2 we saw that, and she does not come back to life in the arcade game. NES game. They censored Capcom's Poison? Kinda, yeah. On the Super Nintendo version, anyway. In the arcades, our version of Poison was the same one. Censorship's a weird topic, man, but yeah, we love to have censorship over here in America, and I hate it. I hate censorship. Okay, I should get back to playing this a little bit. What's going on here in the gym? Can I train some more? Yo, Watanabe. There we go. What's my SP up to? 300? Let's train some more. Do what you want. Gonna keep punching. Yeah, poison's an interesting example because first off, they thought Americans would frown upon hitting a woman in a like over here in America. They thought that would be a huge issue. So they already so for that reason they made her so she was a transvestite. Which honestly in retrospect is cool because it gave us a she might be the first trans person ever to be represented in a video game, even if it was for a very stupid reason. Because hitting women, bad. But hitting trans people is apparently good. Capcom said it, not me. Don't clip that. That can be taken so far out of context. In America, cross-dressing guy, transgender girl more recently. Yeah, they kind of went back and forth for a while. That I had a feeling that's what you were going about. They did censor her, though, in some of the home ports. Like, I'm talking about that, too. But yeah, they changed her to be a cross-dresser and then a transgender person. Which is cool in retrospect, but the reason for why they did it is so dumb. Like, oh no, don't hit women, but hit trans people. That's her. Birdo is also... I knew that, actually. I forgot to mention that. I think Birdo did come before Poison. We don't like to talk about that one over here, apparently. But yeah, Birdo's trans. It's true. Trans representation in video games. Why not? Go for it. I don't have an issue with it. I do... Poison's just... I think Poison's cool, though. The character. The band, I don't actually have an opinion on one way or the other. I know some people who hate it, some people who like it. Excuse me. Jeez. Okay. There's the video store. Do not care about that. I know what I'm gonna do. Proof in the Super Mario Bros. 2 manual? Yep. I think it's only in the Japanese version specifically. They don't mention it in the American one, I think. I'd have to look that up. It's been a while, but yeah, they actually covered that up over here, I think. Let me... I don't know. It's been a while. But yeah, I knew about Birdo being trans. That's something I found out. I'm gonna go sit down over here and see what happens. I've been doing this, like, for a while now. Not even a real reason. Let's read our book. I'm all ears. Nah, give me the fried rice. No, I can't. Shit, I'm running low on cash. It's a good thing I get paid. In Japan, she's from... Right! Oh my gosh. Right. Yeah, Doki Doki Panic. The original version. I've heard that apparently, like, in recent years, it's come to light that apparently Doki Doki Panic was originally planned to be a Mario game, but then they decided not to have that happen. And then the actual Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan, we never got because it was too hard. So they then localized Doki Doki Panic as Super Mario Bros. I don't know if that's true or not. I know that it was Doki Doki Panic and then Mario Brothers, but I heard that early on in its development, Doki Doki Panic was a Mario game anyway. This sort of stuff gets weird. To drink, I am all out of cash. I get paid tomorrow. Cool. It's really hard for me to keep track of this stuff. Localization's interesting, man. Thank you. Bon appetit. Itadakimasu or something. I don't know. I'm not Japanese. I'm a Baka Gaijin. Just like the guys who made this game, technically speaking. Okay. Look, I know what I am. I'm just a dumb otaku. Also an American who is... It's funny, I don't fall too far into that thing. Like, I love my Japanese stuff. Oh, shit, I should check on these. Hold on. I have Tamagotchi I'm taking care of, and I just realized I should check on these guys. I did, however, mute them before the stream. Which probably wasn't the best thing, considering one of these guys is still in their baby form. That's probably a care mistake. Shit. Put these guys down to sleep because I'll be going to bed after this. And I'm going to turn back on the sound on the Demon Slayer one. Because, oh yeah, when I say I'm raising Tamagotchi, I mean plural. I've got a Digimon going on over here, and it's one of the Digimon 20th versions with 2 Digimon on it at the same time, and let me tell you, that's definitely a hassle in and of itself. Not too broken up about the care mistakes, I'm going for specific evolution. And then on the same keychain, I've also got a little Demon Slayer Tamagotchi going. Kimetsu no Yaiba. And yeah, I will admit, I do have a bit of a problem with these V-Pet things. I love them. I'm going to leave that running so that when I need to go to bed, I'll do that. Oh, what is that you've put in the chat? What do we got there? Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's from the American version. Okay. He thinks he is a girl and he spits eggs from his mouth. He'd rather be called Berdetta. Okay, so yeah, that's an American change. Right. Thank you for looking it up for me. I appreciate that. It's been way too long since I looked into that stuff. It's interesting, though. And I'm glad Capcom leaned into what they did there, because while they did it for a dumb reason, like, I think it's cool that we have a canonically trans character because of that now. And I haven't figured out what, like, I just got up and leave. I don't know if you're supposed to do anything after that. I haven't gotten in trouble for doing it. I don't know exactly. This game explains literally nothing. I've said this before, but I mean it. It explains literally nothing. This game tosses you into the deep end and then says, figure it out, bitch. Yeah, thank you for looking that up. I appreciate it. I actually love reading those old video game manuals. Is Ken home? Yes, come on in, Ringo, so we can talk to Ken for a bit. The map's still hanging. Still is. Remember we used to make war plans with it? I remember that. Good times. We never ended up taking over the city, though. I never really took any of that stuff seriously. I did. Mario Tennis, they tried to censor it making her a girl, and they made Yoshi girl. I remember that. I was a kid when that happened, so I didn't question it. I didn't even know about the trans thing. Didn't question it. Wasn't a thought in my mind. But in retrospect, that's definitely a Nintendo of America. It just means she fulfilled her transition. Oh, okay, we'll take that. That's fine by me. I get the feeling Nintendo probably meant to, like... I get the feeling they probably meant to censor it, but, you know, I will take that explanation. That's way better. I just always tend to assume the worst when it comes to censorship. I hate censorship so much. It ticks me off. Yeah, this is the problem with Sunday on these games. I don't exactly have a lot to do during Sundays in this game. This is part of why I think I should look into buying that Famicom if I can, but like, I never have the cash for it. I'd have to walk around and beat people up if I even wanted that. Birdo's a humanoid bipedal creature. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's not here right now. Yoshi's a dinosaur. I don't even know, man. It's weird. Wasn't just in tennis either. They tried to do that in Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube. Oh, right. I have that book I could be reading. Let's find a bench, sit down and read. Because you have to have a bench to read in this game. It's a little odd, but I'll take it. Just find a bench, sit down on and read. It's fine by me. Yoshi is a dino. Why is my brain doing that? Yoshi was also one of my favorites as a kid, though. There's a bench. Let's just read our book for a little bit and then head home, I guess. Walking all the way across town for bench to read a book at. Seems unlikely. Such as she's trying to make her a zoo file for Bravo Nintendo. Yeah. They don't always think through what they're doing. Anyway, yeah. Jogging across town to find a place to read a book that's pretty far away from your home instead of just reading a book at home. Honestly, more likely than you'd think. I've done this, man. Sometimes I just don't want to be at home, and I will walk out and go look for a place to just hang for a bit. Maybe I bring a book with me and read. One time I went over to, there's a spot behind a building in my town that has a little water feature behind it. Technically like a little water park. People play there. Like, sometimes kids will go there and play in the water, but it's also just a nice looking place. It's got like these nice rock displays. You got these fountains going off. Very nice little spot. Sometimes I'll just go sit down there. There, finish Tennis Cup as Luigi. I didn't finish any of those games, and I don't actually own them now. Stuff I played when I was a kid, but I don't actually have anymore. I mentioned this before on streams, but I had a house fire when I was younger, so I lost a lot of stuff I owned. And I don't think I actually owned tennis. I think that was my friend. I think he owned that, and I just borrowed it once. I definitely had the GameCube golf game. That was a fun one. There we go. Almost time for me to wrap this up. I'm going to give myself about 10 more minutes. Also, since we're talking about this, they try to mock the game theorists. Do you realize they are the joke when you prove them right? I don't really have anything to say about that. I don't participate in those discussions. I'm just like, people can think what they want about games, you know? I mean, I don't watch Matt Pat's channel much anymore. I grew out of game theory, and there are theories he did that I thought were legitimately wrong. His stuff about Mega Man, I thought was very flawed. Fuck his Majora's Mask leak is dead theory. That's bullshit. Like, he made good theories. Like, I'm not arguing that. The theory that pissed me off the most, actually, like, the one that made me stop watching him, it wasn't the Zelda one. I know a lot of people jumped off with Zelda. But for me, the one that made me stop watching Matt Pat's stuff was, hey, Masaru, let's talk about this for a second. You're friends with Kondo, right? Yeah, ever since middle school. He's another weird kid. He's okay. I don't see what's okay about him. Masaru, you're kind of a judgy bastard, you know? Oh, that from... Yo, Ringo. Holler. Here's this thing, Cap. What thing? I met this girl. Good for you. Yeah, well, today we're going to the diner. The Planet Diner, to be exact. And her friend's coming with us. Okay. So, you're up to it? Up to what? Damn. Up to coming with us. Don't make me ask Masaru. Is her friend okay? Yeah, she's off the hook. Fine. You said it's today? Yeah, I'll come by your place around 5 p.m. Okay. So he, like, looks at me close like this and says, okay, lady, you don't need a ticket here. Jeez, Madoka. He kept staring at me the whole time and then asked for my number. Did you give it to him? Of course not. I get fined all the time. You guys probably never get your tickets checked, do you? Why not? They're not some kind of thugs, are they? When was the last time you paid a fine, Captain? I don't remember. Captain, I thought you were in charge of the team. Ringo was captain before, and when he quit, I took his place. Who cares about what was before? Why did you quit? I don't know. Just got sick of it, I guess. Too bad there's no pool table here. I love pool. Once I get my shot, the game's over for sure. Tell them, Shiro. Since when do you play pool? Shiro loves playing pool. Well, it kind of grew on me. And we went to the ski resort last winter. I even tried snowboarding. You ever tried snowboarding? No? It's awesome. Here we go. I hope he washed his hands. Me too, man. Every time I hear about that, I think about that stupid Goku meme. Just Goku in the bathroom staring at you. You didn't wash your hands. I can't let you leave until you do. Where's Mario catches it and then harms him by stomping his foot to make him cry. Yeah, I remember that. I mean, here's the thing. If we're perfect Luigi's clearly distressed by that, I would rub that off as just siblings being dicks to each other because, as an older brother, yeah, siblings can be dicks to each other sometimes for almost no reason. Ringo, can you walk Fumiko home? Sure. Alright, later then. Bye. Where do you live? By the station. Still, why did you quit karate? Hard to tell. You seem sometimes you can be better... Okay, let me try this again. You seem sometimes you can be better than others at something, and they praise you for it, which feels really good. But you don't ever notice how, but it happens to become your obligation to do what you're better than others at. And if for some reason you don't do it, everybody suddenly stops giving a damn about you. I was never better than others at anything. That's my point. By my logic, nobody gives a shit about what you do with your life. And by their logic, they give a shit? No, by any logic, they don't. And if I were you, I'd stick to some logic where my life matters at least to someone. Who can promise that I can be as good as it tomorrow as I am today? Then you're just a coward, Ringo-kun. Perhaps. Luigi has always been the victim of Mario. Seems like it. Thanks for walking with me. I can go the rest of the way alone. I just don't think that people should have to contend for the right to matter to someone. Because you're afraid of losing. Because it's not some kind of contest. You should matter to at least somebody just because you were born. This is a childish notion. Listen. Don't take it too close to heart, Ringo-kun. After all, everybody can't be a champion. Perhaps the ability to concentrate and take things to an end is also a speciality that you can't cultivate. And you don't have it in you, then you're as good as the rest of the crowd. Just a bit more skilled, maybe. Good night, Fumiko. Good night, Ringo-kun. Don't be sad. Oh, so now I can walk home, I guess. Wait, can I stop here at the... Oh my gosh, and I don't think the timer's going here, so I could absolutely sit here and read this. The surprise Luigi gets the second path clear in Mario Kart 7. I remember that shit. That was hilarious. Oh, yeah, that was good stuff. I think the game's clock isn't even going here. Like, hold on, let me check something. I'll put this down and check. Can I even check my menu right now? Yeah, 23:50. So let's sit down for a second, read this for a bit. Oh, nope, nope, the clock definitely was going. I just literally sat here and introspectively read my book. We are so not getting enough sleep tonight. I didn't even do my school stuff today. I got distracted by a date. What the fuck? But yeah, nah. I don't think the Mario thing's entirely incorrect. Mario definitely has a tendency to be a bit of a dick, I think. Good. 6 hours of sleep. Perfect. I'm gonna feel fan-fucking-tastic in the morning. So I'm still sated, so apparently I've still fed myself decently. Chemistry. No one out. There was one guy that I saw on the way back home, but that's because it was so early in the morning. Gosh, I couldn't even imagine being out and about at 6 in the morning. Or whatever. Well, that was just midnight. I've been out late before. And when I say out late, I mean like just walking around. I've stayed out till dark before. I don't mind it. I mean, seriously, there are times I just literally go down to the city to walk around. Like, literally, I'll just go out into town and walk around the streets for a bit. No actual destination in mind. Seriously, though, I walked into the school and then got, like, immediately dragged into a little cutscene. Jeez. Yeah, I don't even have time to go stop in and study here. I'm gonna have to do that after class. Jeez. I would feel like shit here. I need my sleep, man. Like, that's just not even a question. And yeah, it's almost 3 a.m. over here, but that's when I usually go to bed, and then I get up at 12 the next day. Because I have a very weird schedule. Speaking of which, once my character goes to sleep tonight, we are probably going to call it off here. But hey, we got some time, man. I love this game. Noboru, what's up, man? I found a secret level in Quack Tales yesterday. DuckTales by Capcom. Fuck, that's a good game. The Disco Cartoon spin-off? Disno Cartoon. Disno. Yeah, awesome game. You should try it out. What secret? The thing with mirrors. It's too long to explain. I know what he's talking about. Sleeping on your desk. Yeah. Ringo, I decided to marry Shiro. Does he know about that? Doesn't matter. Once a woman has made up her mind, the world is her oyster. Well then, I wish you two would love and harmony. Did you know that you kissed me at training camp? Why would I care? Won't tell me that a man of honor must marry a girl after kissing her. That's true. You should have kissed some goody-goody rich boy. I prefer smart guys. Rich people aren't dumb, Ringo. You got a real mess in that head of yours. A sweet little mess. If you say so, Aiko. Oh, Ken. Can I talk? Yeah. Have you read all the books in the library yet? Not one. It's all trash now. So why do you keep going there? So trying to get with Nami? It's a lost cause. Must be something wrong with her. Your charms had no effect. Any more questions? Here we go. Oh, yeah. There we go. And that's the sound of my Digimon. Not Digimon. It's the sound of my, it's the sound of my, Demon Slayer Tamagotchi needing to be put to bed. There we go. They are both sleeping. I'm going to go put them in their spot, which is actually right under my desk, so I don't have to move anywhere. I got a spot underneath my desk, right next to my bed, where I put those things when they're sleeping. Physics took a B. I took a bit of a hit there. But my grades aren't terrible right now. And then we're going to study until the next bell. Hey, 70 pages. Not bad. We're not doing bad here. After this, I should go to the coffee place and get some food. Mathematics. Oh my gosh, I can look out the window. What Tamagotchi I have? I mentioned earlier, I actually have 2 V-Pets I'm running right now. I have a Digimon version 20th I've been running, which has a Devimon and a Sunomon on it right now. The Sunomon's a little bit new, because I fucked up today and my Kreskarumon died. So I'm starting from scratch on that one. But then, after that, here we go to the roof where our gang hangs out. Does anybody want to talk? What about you, Goro? Yeah, talk. And then the other one is a Kimetsu no Yaiba Tamagotchi that I've been raising. I've had it since my birthday. It was a birthday gift. My birthday was a while ago, on the 7th. And I got that. And I've been taking care of it. I've got Kanao right now. I went for Shinobu first, like on purpose, because Shinobu is my favorite Demon Slayer character. Didn't use one for years. Man, it's funny. They were huge in the 90s, and then they just kind of make an occasional comeback. And there's so many fucking Tamagotchis out right now. Like, the Kimetsu no Yaiba ones are here. Jujutsu Kaisen's getting some. There's some Kamen Rider Tamagotchis coming out. I think Hello Kitty has one. Pac-Man has one. There's an R2-D2 Tamagotchi coming out. Like, there's a lot of them. I don't want all of them, obviously. Like, I'm fine with just the few I have. But I specifically wanted the Kimetsu no Yaiba Tamagotchi with the Shinobu pattern on it, because Shinobu was my favorite character from that show. And I did read the manga of Kimetsu no Yaiba all the way through. I gotta say, some of the stuff that happened in later chapters of that book hurt, like, a lot. It's a good series, though. Like, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer, or whatever people want to call it. That's one I recommend the hell out of. That was a good one. Taking this acting gig seriously? I don't want to talk about it. Okay. I didn't mean to make him join up with me. That's probably a bad idea. Because I was about to go study. Hopefully he's back up here after I study and he can join up still. There we go. Just an accidental misclick. Some people like to call other Monster Collection games Pokemon clone, Pokemon like a Pokemon ripoff. That's true. I don't feel like Tamagotchi is like that, though. Tamagotchi is a very specific feel to it. It's not the same thing. You follow? Like, there's something I can look at and so this is a Pokemon clone. Robopon's a Pokemon clone. Pokemon is a Tamagotchi clone. Yeah, I could see it. Like, a little bit. It's so weird to go through these. What came first? Who invented what? All this sort of stuff. It's all a mess. I don't bother trying to figure it out. As far as I'm concerned, you'll know a clone when you see it. And Pokemon and Tamagotchi are so fucking different that I don't think it's even a comparison, frankly. The objective of both games are just different. Yeah, Tamagotchi was there first, I know. Tamagotchi, I want to say, was like 1992? 1993? And, Pokemon was 1996. Which, yeah, that's... I'm around as long as Pokemon has been around. Let's go get some burgers, guys. Other monster games are different of Pokemon. Yeah, well, calling a lot of things clones is, like, very disingenuous. Like, there are instances where I think clone is absolutely applicable. Again, Robopon comes to mind. Robopon is 110% a Pokemon clone. Like, is Ken home? No, he's not here right now. Like, I don't think that can even be argued, really. But, on the other hand, calling something like Yokai Watch a Pokemon clone is... It's wrong. It's not true. It's a very different series with a very different feel to it. Pokemon is actually the most... It's basic, yeah. Pokemon is the most simple monster collection game, frankly. And that's why it's so popular, frankly. Okay, I'm gonna train some more. Do what you want. That's the thing about Pokemon specifically, is that because it's so simple and easy to learn, it's very accessible. That's why it's so popular. But on the other hand, when you've played other monster collection games at this point, it's pretty boring. Yokai Watch is fun. I haven't gotten to play it yet. I wanted to, but the copy I got was broken. That's what I get for getting mine from a thrift shop. My brother got his own copy of Yokai Watch, though, and it looked fun. Sad they stopped the mobile game. We're not even getting Yokai Watch games over here anymore. I should be able to learn this now. There we go. Fight like a boxer in the blocking stance. Awesome. Okay, and I have to train to get more of these. So I can learn new moves from Watanabe. Awesome. Makes me want to go out and actually test my fighting skills now. Well, not over here. They stopped a lot of things, though. We don't get Yokai Watch over here. Like, Yokai Watch 3, I think, on the Switch. That's the newest one. We still have no information on it if we're getting that, and it's likely we won't, because they didn't sell well over here. Because us stupids looked at Yokai Watch and dismissed it as an inferior Pokemon clone. Even though they're nothing fucking alike. We're the stupidest motherfuckers sometimes. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Hey. Wanna start something? No? Then we'll just cruise right on by. Now. There we go. Yokai Watch is a Dance Fitness song here. I can see it. You're talking about the original opening, right? Like, get a phone, get... I can't believe they replaced that over here. We got some lame-ass song instead. It's a pain in the ass. But yeah, no. Good shit, man. This is my favorite screen in the whole game. This is just pretty. This is art right here. Like, this place, this is art. Yeah. This is pretty. Yokai Watch is Japanese spirits, not stupid pocket monsters. To be fair, some Pokemon are based on spirit monsters, you know? Like, there's Pokemon based on yokai, but they're not the same. Look, I don't hate Pokemon. Like, I'll be honest. I'll agree with you that it's boring compared to other monster catchers. But I don't hate it. I can't hate it. I grew up with that shit, man. I was playing Pokemon since I was a little kid. These guys just jumped right into a fight with us, obviously. We couldn't have picked a fight with them earlier, but still. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, shit. I need assistance. Pikachu, they can just die. I'm not the biggest fan of Pikachu, I won't be honest. Okay, here's the thing though. You say Pikachu, they can die. You know who's actually one of my favorite Pokemon? No joke, I even have a figure of it sitting on my desk right above me. I'm looking right at it. I love Raichu. I love Raichu so much more than Pikachu. Raichu is my boy, and I absolutely, anytime I get a Pikachu in a Pokemon game, I do actually train it up to have a Raichu with good electric type moves. So let me tell you, a well-trained Raichu, they can actually do pretty good. I have always liked Raichu. Pikachu I'm not a huge fan of, but I like Raichu. Dismiss. Yeah, they got Eevee Tamagotchis now. I don't think we got those over here in America. That was a Japan exclusive thing. But yeah. As far as monster catchers go, the first one I think of beyond Pokemon is actually Dragon Quest monsters. Because go figure, not only have I played that, I was playing it on streams, like with Lise on weekends. I need to start like level grinding in that game so I can get back to playing it. Anyway, we are back home. We have done this. I'm going to feed my face before doing what I'm about to do, which is save the game and turn it off. Because we have reached the end of another play session. It is 3 in the morning. I go to bed. Monster Farm. Monster Farm. I think that's one we got over here as Monster Rancher. That's an interesting one. That's one we haven't... That's one that people know about. Yeah, Monster Rancher. Yeah. Man, that would be a fun stream to do someday. They're re-releasing them on Switch, too. Which makes me happy. I love seeing old games get love again. Like, yeah. Monster Rancher's definitely closer to Tamagotchi than Pokemon, though. Like, that's one where you're raising a monster. You're taking care of one. Whereas in Pokemon, you're more battling with them. There's different flavors of monster RPGs. Like, you got the stuff that's more like Tamagotchi, where you're more about raising a monster, forming a bond with it, that sort of thing. And then in Pokemon, it's more about battling them. Yeah, on Switch, I think we're getting Monster Rancher 1 and 2 on Switch. Like, I'd have to look it up, but I think it's what's happening. Very exciting. What system they use. I think it's 1 and 2, like PlayStation games. Like, it's like a nostalgia re-release, basically. Let me look this up real quick. Since I'm sitting here anyway. But yeah, we have reached the end of another little... Yeah, Monster Rancher Switch. Let me look this up. Yeah, Monster Rancher 1 and 2 Deluxe. We are, in fact, getting these. which, thank you, Koei Tecmo. Man, you cannot put CD in the Switch. Well, again, they're remaking them, so I'm curious to see what they'll do about that. Like, maybe different, I think one of the PlayStation ones did this. Not PlayStation 2 ones. They might switch it so instead of using, like, CD data, they might update it and make it so, like, it depends on what Switch games you have bought, certain data you might have installed on your Switch. I don't know. I am curious what they'll do for that. Yeah, you got me thinking about that. Yeah, I will say one thing I probably won't revisit, unfortunately, is the Monster Rancher anime. According to my mom, I used to watch that when I was a kid. I don't remember it. So I decided to look it up. And, oh my gosh, the American intro they used for that cartoon, it's horrible. I literally don't think I could watch the cartoon. Was his with letters like the Game Boy one? Maybe. It's definitely, you gotta think about it, you know? We'll see when they come out. I'm just happy to see old video games getting re-released, and I'm happy to see Koei Tecmo still going strong. Like, so many video game companies have gone out of business over the years, like Technos especially. Seems topical to what we're talking about. You know, they made some really big hits. Double Dragon and Kunio-kun, but they eventually went bankrupt. And then all of their IPs were bought by Million. And then I believe after that they were purchased by Arxis, who still owns the rights. But sadly, those original companies are gone. Wouldn't be fair if it varied on games you bought. Maybe. Again, I'm just spitballing here. Just throwing some ideas out. I don't know what they'll do for sure. It's interesting though. But yeah, Koei Tecmo's still kicking around with their Musou games. Oh my gosh. They have been knocking it out of the park with those. Like, I know not everybody's into the Musou Dynasty Warriors games. I personally love those. The Hyrule Warrior games, Zelda Musou, those have been, oh, so good. I love the Hyrule Warriors games they've made. And I also like this might be a personal thing, I like their game based off of Heroic Tale of Arslan. That was a good one. Like, I love those games, and I'm happy to see those are still being made. Haven't seen anything from Ninja Gaiden lately, which is a shame, but yeah, you know. Samurai Warriors 5 is so-so. Haven't gotten to play that one yet. I do own the original Samurai Warriors on PS2. It's definitely janky. It hasn't aged well, but I live in the jank, so I'm fine with it. I like playing old video games. Like, that's the thing about me. I don't have a very refined palate. I will play trash if it pleases me. I'm actually considering doing a stream where I'm just going to play a bunch of old, like, shitty games on purpose. And one particular Kusoge I pegged out was China Warrior on TurboGrafx 16. Also known as the Kung Fu. A game that sold itself purely on the size of its sprites and nothing else. Like, look at how big and impressive these graphics are. They're incredible. So much better than Kung Fu on Nintendo. Ignoring the fact that Kung Fu on Nintendo is a brilliantly programmed, excellent game. You're a Musou freak? That's awesome to hear. We love Musou here. Like, here's the thing. I say I adore Musou. I don't own too many games by it, but I own a good number. Like, I have Samurai Warriors. I forget which Dynasty Warriors I have. I have a Dynasty Warriors. I have Warriors Orochi 3. I have Samurai Warriors. I said Samurai Warriors. I have Hyrule Warriors. What's another one I own? I have a couple. Like the Arslan Warriors game. I like Heroic Legend of Arslan. Or Tale? Legend? I can't remember. I think it's Legend. It actually makes me want to watch the Arslan anime. And I know there's a couple of them. Because like, there's the newer one, and then there's some old OVAs. I want to check those out. The newer anime interested me because Hiromu Arakawa was on it, and I'm a Full Metal Alchemist nut. I love Full Metal Alchemist, but like, I'm just sitting here jawing. I need to go to bed at some point. Musou is great though. It's a shame they haven't done anything with Ninja Gaiden lately, but I think they kind of ran Ninja Gaiden into the ground. I think we might need another reboot at this point. Because, yeah. I would love to see more Ninja Gaiden, though. Arslan's maps are small, though, and not many characters. It was a very small game. I don't know what it sold for originally at retail. I got mine for like 10, 15 bucks. It was not an expensive game, so for the price, I was happy with it. Gameplay was fun. It made for a fun, I think I played through it in about a week and a half. Just something to fill my time out while I was screwing around. It was fun. Berserk Band of the Hawk is one of the worst Musou. I heard! That disappointed me, because Berserk sounded like it'd be fun in a Musou game, and then I heard that it sucked, and it made me very sad to hear. Kind of like how the Fist of the North Star Musou games, they looked cool. I was excited to play them, and then I heard that they weren't that great. Even though I played a demo of one, and it felt fine. Again, reminder, I live in the jank. It doesn't bother me very often. But, yeah, it always disappoints me to see that some of these ones weren't that great. I think the weirdest Musou, though, is the, I forget what they called it. There was a Musou exclusive to the Xbox 360, I think. What was it? Warriors of Troy or something like that? That was a weird one, because they went, like, semi-realistic with it. And, like, it was so fucking weird. And they based it on, like, Greece. Bizarre game. Fist of the North Star one was bad, but the second one is good. Yeah. They're games I'm definitely... Like, if I find them laying around somewhere for cheap, I'll pick them up. Even the first Fist of the North Star one, I'll pick it up if I find it for cheap, because Lord knows I love trash. Heck, if I find early, like, Earth Defense Force titles, I'll pick those up. And the fun thing about Earth Defense Force, and we're hopping around here, I know. This is what happens when it's late. My brain goes everywhere. Earth Defense Force is psychotically fun. And let's be completely honest, Earth Defense Force is a budget game. And it just so happened to get so popular that it's getting an actual budget now. It's amazing. Earth Defense Force started as, like, a budget game on the PS2. Not bad. Ken's story was bad, but the other guys had a better story. Huh. Interesting. It's something I want to check out. I love Fist of the North Star. That's my kind of stuff. Yeah, no shit. Me. Post-apocalyptic stuff. Martial arts. Gore. Wow, I wonder why I like Fist of the North Star so much. But yeah, Earth Defense Force is another one I really love. And the thing about Earth Defense Force is that I don't think it's what you would call a good game. But what Earth Defense Force is it's very much the same vein as Musou, I would think. I can actually compare those. Because it's very much the sort of game where if you're into it, you're into it. Like Musou, if you're into Musou, you're into it. You love this sort of stuff. And with Earth Defense Force, I think it's the same sort of thing. If I were comparing them to the movies, Earth Defense Force and Musou are basically B action movies. You don't go to them because they're, like, masterpieces of cinema or anything. You go to them because you want to see awesome shit happening. Except, in this case, you're making the awesome shit happen. Like, killing 100 guys with a single strike of your sword, or blowing up an entire city in the pursuit of giant killer ants with a rocket launcher that, like, rapid fires rockets. Oh, man. I love this. Fist of the North Star made by Sega, working like a user one. Oh, I want to play that so bad. I don't have a PlayStation 4. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got that over here, has Lost Paradise. Holy fuck, man. That one looks awesome. Ah, shit. I think I might be getting sick. I feel this itchiness in the back of my throat. That's a problem. I need to go to bed. Again, I might not be getting sick. I don't know. I feel like I might be. That's a problem. You know, I'll let you guys know what happens. Hopefully I'm not getting sick. Anyway. Yeah, no, that Fist of the North Star Sega game, my favorite part about that, and there's a lot to like about that game, but my favorite thing that I saw is much like other Yakuza games, they included mini-games. And oh my gosh, they included Outrun as Outrun's one of my favorite Sega games. I love Outrun so much, so the fact that that's in there, that's great. And they also included the Master System North Star game. And that Master System Fist of the North Star game, it's old, it's got some issues, but I think it's actually probably one of the best classic Fist of the North Star games. Because the Famicom Fist of the North Star games are terrible. I've played them. You want to talk about Kusoge, that's the Fist of the North Star Famicom games. Fist of the North Star on Master System is actually pretty good. The Sega Genesis one's kind of terrible, but I like that one too. Oh, it's almost like I like Kusuge or something. I don't know. He's still not online? Did he cancel? It's not quite 3:30 yet. Give it a few more minutes. If I stall long enough, I would raid him, but I do actually need to go to bed. So, let me turn... I should have turned this off already. Where's my controller? Where did I set that down? Shit. Where's my controller? Here we go. And then to exit, I believe I just hold down select. There we go. Yeah, but that game's great. Friends of Ringo Ishikawa gets a recommendation from me. I love it. Okay, back over to here. Stop freaking out, please. I can also go ahead and hit... I just realized if I'm on here and I just want to talk, I actually have a back